Welcome to the Not a Wheelchair Manual Wheelchair Measurement Adjustment Guide. The first thing that we're going to be talking about with our measurements is the measurements that are and are not adjustable. The first thing that we're going to cover is the measurements on your wheelchair that are not adjustable. Our first measurement that's not adjustable is our rear seat width, or the width between your frame rails. The next one that can't be adjusted is frame or seat tapers, and also front seat width as well. Next is our seat depth and frame extension. Next measurement is our rear wheel camber. And then lastly, we have our front angle. So those are all the measurements of your wheelchair that can't be adjusted. We'll talk about two quick exceptions. The first one is being able to order new parts. For example, if you wanted a seat with a different seat depth, we could make you a new seat that could be retrofitted onto your wheelchair. Or same thing with your rear wheel camber. If you wanted to buy a new axle with different camber inserts, that could be done on your wheelchair. The next one that we talk about is our front angle, which is the angle of your wheelchair in relation to the ground. If you adjust rear seat height or your center of gravity, it may affect your front angle. And then the other one we'll talk about is your front angle, which is the angle of the front of your wheelchair in relation to the ground. This one may be affected a little bit if you change your rear seat height or your center of gravity. But other than that, those are the measurements that can't be adjusted. All right, so now we're gonna be talking about measurements that can be adjusted. And keep in mind with all of these, we'll be talking about these in the how-to videos. But these measurements, a lot of them rely on each other. So if you change a measurement, it may affect another one. So that just needs to be taken into account while you're adjusting these measurements on your chair. Our first measurement that can be adjusted is your rear seat height. Next we have your front seat height. Next we have our center of gravity. We have backrest height and your backrest angle. Then we have your backrest position, backrest height, and backrest angle. Then we have your caster angle. Next we have our seat to footrest measurement, as well as our foot plate angle. Then we have our clothing guard adjustments, our rear wheel spacing, and then lastly we have a seat tension adjustment. So those are the measurements that can be adjusted, and so in the next videos we'll be showing you how to adjust these measurements.